Welcome to the Bill Squire Show. I am your host, Bill Squire, and I am here with my crew. We got AJ DeCosimo.
Hello, love.
And Tommy LC.
Hello, love.
All right. And I'm happy. Last week was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I'm very thrilled with the...
I don't remember last week. What happened last week?
The premiere of my...
Oh,
special.
yeah. I loved last week.
Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Briggs
Very
was here.
memorable.
Mr.
Briggs
Siggy
was
Pants.
here. We had a good time with
You
Joe
had your
Briggs.
special
He
come
was a
out.
fun
My
guy.
special came out.
We watched it all together.
We watched it all together. We had a good time. It's doing
The
really
pizza
well.
was dank.
Pizza was great.
Bill got us
Thank you,
pizza.
Ohio Pie. Yeah, it was the special's kicking ass too. I'm really happy with
Oh, yeah.
where it's at. It's like almost to 12,000.
Hell yeah, man. Good for you.
I'm really
Good for you.
pumped about that. Boy, I did not get. We were out of sorts today because we did the Alan Cox show from in this studio, and then I stuck around here, but I was working on other things and did not get to like send out all the alerts that this is going to be live. So we got to do that right now.
Okay.
Oh, my
If
goodness.
you guys could jump on the YouTube stream and tell people, share it on your respective things, if you don't mind.
I don't mind. Do you... How does this compare with your previous specials?
Oh, it's much bigger.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
It's doing way bigger. Like, I think the Bam Bam, the first week I had 1,000 views, and I don't even know what the other one did. I mean, they're both doing around 40, 50,000 now, the other two, but this one is at 12,000 in less than a week.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty thrilled about that. Like
That's
really
fun.
good.
That's cool.
Can't-
Tommy, how was your week?
Can't complain about that.
Exhausting.
Yeah.
This was a
Exhausting.
holiday
Oh,
week. It's Tuesday.
It is.
So, yeah, last week.
Yeah.
Slept a lot after the holidays. But
You got some stuff
but it was
under your
good.
eye.
I do?
Yeah, it might be makeup.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Let's see. Let's get this.
I have some good news and some melancholy news.
all
I
right.
do.
Yes, yeah, you're good.
Thank you.
I told Columbus no today. I'm staying in
And
Cleveland.
Did they offer you
They offered me something.
okay, and it wasn't what you wanted.
No, it's not that it wasn't what I wanted. I decided to stay in Cleveland.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
Well,
do that.
we're happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Look at Tommy's.
I know Tommy's like super
so
excited.
happy.
It was all because of what Tommy
No.
said.
Oh, my gosh. No.
I
No, would've
compromised
been
my
happy
future
for
in morning
you.
radio for Tommy.
For me,
No.
once
Yeah.
a week
Just for-
on
just for
Tuesday
her.
night.
Yeah, one night a week. No, it is what it is.
Well, I mean, how in depth do you want to go on that? Was the money not right?
It wasn't quite that. They wanted me to come down for like every Friday for a month.
Okay.
See, and I'm like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I can't.
That's a.
I mean,
really
they-
ridiculous ask, to be honest.
Right. I mean, I don't want to say that it's a ridiculous ask. They were very nice down there. I went down and auditioned for mornings
Mhm.
on essentially Columbus's WMMS 99.7 The Blitz. It's called.
Oh,
Down
I
there.
know the Blitz.
Yeah, I know. I think you said everybody seems like they know the Blitz.
Yeah.
To do mornings on the Blitz, everybody was super cool, super nice. The station manager there, great guy.
Yeah.
Would love to work with them. It was just not a good time. They wanted me to come down. I just started this job with I could talk about it now. I work with Chris Hansen
That's very cool.
of To Catch a Predator fame.
Yeah.
I work with him. I just started that gig.
That's why I wanted
if I was
you
like,
to stay.
"Oh, yeah, I know that
just
guy.
to maybe
Right.
meet
I met that
Chris
guy
Hansen.
at this girl's house.
Yeah. And they wanted me to take every Friday off for a month and come down there. I'm like, you guys, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't. I just started here. And I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay in Cleveland for the time being. The good news is I got hired to be a staff writer at the Daily Meal. I'm gonna be
That's fucking
covering
cool.
food.
Oh.
And I'm in talks with famous publication, Ring Magazine, to write about boxing.
Oh, nice.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Do you know about boxing?
Yeah.
I don't know about boxing. So.
I'm a big sports guy.
I know you're a
That's
big sports guy. I
cool.
didn't know
Yeah.
boxing fell under that umbrella.
Boxing and baseball are cool sports.
They're very cool sports.
because
There's a lot of nuance to those sports.
right, and both those
And
two
they also
sports,
have very diehard fan bases.
right, and
that
those two
will
sports have a
read.
lot of history behind it.
Yeah.
So like you're really like like it is, and you know me, I'm a basketball junkie.
Yeah.
I'm a basketball junkie, but boxing and baseball, the storytelling aspect. I always thought boxing and baseball writers are the best writers
Mm-hmm.
in terms of like sports, in terms of like telling a story. That's what I always found. Anyway, so I'm in talks with Ring Magazine a little bit about freelancing for them.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I'm sorry. I'm just posting.
No,
things
it's
to try and get
okay.
more people. But
It's okay.
Oh, shoot.
these are very cool developments for your
Yeah.
career. I'm
Yeah.
excited for you, and also I'm glad that we can talk about the Chris Hansen thing. now.
Yeah,
That's
Wow.
yeah. I'm working with Chris
Uh,
Hansen.
so what are you doing for Chris Hansen?
I'm the production coordinator on one of his shows.
Okay.
Yeah.
And,
But my role
and in the show is a similar show to what he used to do on Dateline.
no.
Oh.
Well, he has 2 new shows.
Okay.
I'm going to be on I'm working on the other one. It's called True Crime Nation.
Okay.
It's essentially,
True crime. I don't know. People aren't really interested in that stuff.
I know, yeah. No, it's like around the country we're covering, crimes that happen around the country. And there's a new show called Takedown,
okay.
which that's up right now.
Yeah.
There's a new streaming service called True Blue.
Okay.
Mm.
And Hansen is co-founder and
And he's
part
part
of
of that. And like he's using this takedown show as is that just pedophiles or is it just anybody that's like nefarious?
No, it's just it's
Same as
similar
yeah,
as the other show,
Yeah.
but it's a little different. It's a little different, and let me tell you something. Chris Hansen is hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's this one is like it's a lot. I'm watching it. It's a lot grittier.
Yeah.
What?
Well, he's not confined by the network anymore. It's his network.
Yeah.
So he can kind of
Partly his network.
partly, but
yeah.
like but he's the tentpole
yeah,
production.
yeah.
So that's
he's a
that's
big guy,
exciting.
the nicest guy in the world.
Now, did he pick Cleveland because there's so many pedophiles here that he's like, I can shoot 40 episodes a year just in Northeast Ohio?
I have no idea. I have no idea why. How, the development of how.
Well,
he
you
got
work
here.
for a big production company.
Yeah.
Like, there's surprisingly one that works out of Cleveland that's
that's had
done
a
some
lot of
really
success.
big
Yeah.
production. So no, that makes sense.
Yeah, he I don't know how he got here, but
What if he just walked in one day? He's like, actually, all of you were brought in because you're the pedophiles we were after.
he walks in and tells he's like, hey, all of you have a seat,
Yeah.
have a seat.
Uh,
But
Have a seat.
dude,
That's one thing you never want to hear Chris Hansen say to you.
yeah.
without giving too much away because I want people to subscribe. Because
Yeah.
if you subscribe,
That's good for you.
it's good for me.
Yeah.
Subscribe, True Blue, TRUBLU.
Yeah.
Subscribe to that streaming platform. It launched Thanksgiving.
Ooh.
Launched on Thanksgiving. There's you got a lot of movies on there.
Okay.
True Crime Nation hasn't launched yet on that platform yet,
But
but we are working on it.
the takedown has.
Takedown has the first 6 episodes of Takedown are on there.
Oh shit! I think I'm gonna watch this tonight.
Yeah, you
When I
should.
get home.
Yeah.
Me and the lady.
$4.99 a
Yeah.
month.
Oh, that's a steal.
$499 a month.
$4.99 a month.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Dang. Whew, I was gonna say.
good for
And
Yeah.
Watch
dude, I'm telling you,
pedophiles
man,
get
it's like
knocked
so. This version Takedown, the show is so much grittier. They do it a little differently. Cops first.
Oh, that's smart.
They do cops first.
Yeah, because one of the things that people mentioned all the time about Chris Hansen's Dateline show was that they would always walk because it was, they weren't legally
Yeah.
bound by anything. So like
Yeah.
they could get out of stuff. But
Yeah.
cops first, that makes it a whole
And,
different ballgame.
Dude, he's so funny. Like if you watch this, Chris is just like, "Why are you here now, Jerry? Why are you here?"
So
He's-
what's your job though? What are you doing on
On True Crime Nation,
Yeah.
I coordinate the production.
Okay.
I'm like, I get a form from the story producers, just like we need people in whatever. Well, one of the stories we're working on
And he's
is
traveling all over the place for this, right?
not him per se, but
Okay.
we're sending
Okay. Cruise out, yeah.
crews out to go, cover it. It's like we need people in Stockton. It's just like,
Yeah.
okay, then I get the crew out to Stockton,
Nice.
California.
Oh,
That's one of our stories. We're covering the Stockton serial killer. I don't know if you heard
that
about
guy.
that.
That's a fresh one.
That's a fresh one. Yeah,
That's a real
Maybe,
fresh one. That's like this summer.
yeah, that just happened. Yeah, so we'll be covering that. Another one was a dog fighting ring in Charlotte.
Okay.
We organized that. So
What kind of dog?
Your organ.
just I don't know. I don't know. You'll have to
Can I sign
subscribe
up
to see.
Whoopsie? She needs to get tougher.
Right. Right. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
That's really cool stuff. I'm glad. Like I said, I'm glad we can finally talk about it because you've been working there for a month or so now.
A little more than that.
More than a month.
About 2-3 months.
Yeah, and it's been an interesting thing, but we couldn't really get into it. But now that
now that True Blues launched,
Yeah.
I can kind of talk about
Yeah,
it. There are still some things that I'd prefer not to talk about, but
Mhm.
this is fine. What we're
No,
talking about now.
that's great.
Oh, and all the stuff I wouldn't talk about, I just won't reveal because you
Yeah.
guys don't know.
We don't know. We don't
Precisely.
even know.
We
So
don't
we
even
won't even ask.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Tommy, how was your Thanksgiving? You said it was stressful, tiresome?
No, it wasn't stressful. It was nice. It was good.
nice,
Just a lot of cooking and cleaning
Okay.
all week.
What
but-
what's a vegan Thanksgiving like?
Oh, everything's the same except we just had like a vegan roast. I made mashed potatoes, stuffing,
Okay.
It's not
bomb
quite the
ass
same.
gravy.
It's not quite the same.
All of
I'm
these
gonna
are
tell
the
you.
same.
No, they're not. 'Cause you can't put butter in the mashed potatoes.
Yes, you can.
Vegan
Plant butter.
Yeah, it's not the same.
No, it's so
It's not
good.
the same as regular butter.
It's the same.
Okay. I was
I
saying
will
thing
have.
about the
I will
cheese.
give
You
you.
better see the fucking
Okay, that's a little
cheese.
bit different. Cheese is different.
You're right. It's shit. It's dog shit.
No, one of my friends made a mac and cheese, which was actually good. I was surprised.
I
which was vegan.
hogwash. That's what I call vegan mac and cheese. A hogwash. That's what I say.
You've been vegan so long that you don't know how good things actually taste.
No, you don't
No,
understand.
I respect the drip of the vegan.
Yeah.
All right, like I
Yeah.
get it. I get the vegan. I understand, and it's admirable, and I commend you for your devotion to change your diet so an animal doesn't have to die for your lunch. I get
Mhm.
that,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna sit here and listen to the bullshit about how it's just as good.
Do you
as
want me
the
to bring my
flesh-
mashed potatoes in next week?
I-
You're not going to be able to tell a difference.
I'm sure they're good.
No, you won't be able to tell a difference.
I will be able to tell the difference.
Then bring them in.
I mean, I'll eat
I
your mashed
love vegan
potatoes, and I'm
taste
not gonna
tests.
say they're not gonna be good. That's not what I'm saying.
But you're saying they're not going to be as
They're not gonna be as
Something
good.
like that, you cannot tell. You cannot tell in like
I
something
say
like
bring them
mashed
in next
potatoes.
week and let's
All
see
right.
how they are.
All right.
I'm interested.
All right.
Um,
No
I'll eat
cheese
'em.
things though, because I can understand the difference
it's
in
dog
cheese,
shit.
and then
Yeah.
meat alternatives are
I
for
would
the most
rather
part.
I would
can't.
rather fuck my dad than eat
you say that
vegan
so
cheese.
much. I think you just
Yeah,
want to fuck your
right, I
dad.
think- you do.
I would rather fuck my dad than eat vegan
I was like,
cheese
hey,
ever again.
do you want a drink of water? And you're like,
I'd rather fuck my dad,
dad.
please. No. I'm not saying it won't be good. I'm just saying it's not like real butter is so good. It's so good. It's not even fair.
I don't know. Vegan butter is really fucking good too. It tastes the same. It truly tastes the same.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing that I want
Mhm.
to
What do you want?
ask.
Oh, I should have brought some of my desserts too.
So a lot of people are vegan
Mm-hmm.
because they don't want something to die so they can eat it.
Yeah.
But like plants die.
They are coming out with some wild studies of like plants can like mimic people now, and that means
I
that
know.
like they can see. Yeah, that.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Like so
I'm
So-
just gonna be anorexic soon.
Yeah, you're
if
just not
plants
gonna eat
have
anything.
feelings and start crying, I don't.
right, like
Give me
you have to kill a
biogen-
plant
yeah.
to eat it.
Give me fake food. I'll eat it.
And
I don't
we
care.
don't know.
Clone shit.
I don't know if a
They're
plant's
getting close
suffering.
to that. That's I mean, the
I will-
3D printed meat and stuff.
If
all that's
if
gonna
there
happen.
was like no beginning to, I would think about it. Like if
Eating,
it was truly like all just copied food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
just I don't know.
So if a plant cries, you're not eating it. How do you know if a plant cries? What's the study on that?
Well, there's probably studies
The-
right now. No, but there are like things about them having feelings,
Yeah,
but I don't know how far the science is on that.
no, I don't know about feelings. I don't know about sentience, but are you talking about like actual feeling?
Like yeah,
like they could feel.
yeah, not like
things.
emotions, but like feeling.
Yeah,
and
I can-
It's like almost
seeing.
like nerve ending.
Yeah,
Type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. It's a living thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So every
Yeah.
time Autumn's just horrendous because if like you could hear plants,
Oh my
it's
god!
just trees going every time the wind blows. What the fuck?
Oh my god!
that
If
would be
if
terrifying.
plants could talk,
Mhm.
they'd probably say something like, "Hey, don't piss on me anymore."
Robert says in the chat that plants are shown to feel pain,
Yeah,
which is
that's
why
what I was
Robert
hearing.
Plant was such a good songwriter.
Yeah.
What if all the plants sounded like Robert Plant? That'd be the best.
Baby, baby, baby.
You do a good plant.
Do
You
I do a good
do.
That's
plant?
pretty decent.
You do
That's all
sound
right.
like a
That's
plant.
Pretty Robert Plant, not plant.
No, you sound like a plant.
Baby, I'm not fooling.
All right, so I gave you guys a little assignment this week on
Yeah.
something that I wanted to chat about because
Mhm.
I heard
Give me one of these.
Yeah, it's just gonna be allowed to open.
Oscar says, I love the smell of fresh cut grass. Their screams smell so good. So I've heard Quentin Tarantino on a podcast, and I was like, oh, this is great. It kind of made me go back and rewatch some of his movies. I watched Pulp Fiction and the Kill Bill
You're so good.
movie.
He's never made a
first
bad
and
movie.
two.
What's his worst movie?
What's his worst movie?
The car one with Kurt Russell, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Death Proof.
Death Proof. Yeah.
But I still love that movie.
That's all right.
It's a fun movie.
I don't love it, but it's good.
There's a lot of fun to that movie, but yeah. I like the turn. I think it's when they start chasing him, I think that's a really like I was laughing my ass off watching that movie. But I mean, Kill Bill, I always kind of move his movies around on like order that I love them, and right now Kill Bill's the top of that list. And it goes up there pretty much every time I watch it because I forget how much I love it. But I also love Jackie Brown. I love Pulp Fiction.
My favorite,
Inglourious Bastards
will
is
always
fucking
be
rules.
Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs is
I love
insane. I
Reservoir
haven't watched
Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs in a long time. I think I might need to give that another watch.
It just feels so different than even the other ones that he did.
Yeah.
It just feels like a stage play, and that's why I like it.
Yeah.
But Quentin Tarantino regards Once Upon a Time in Hollywood
That's his best.
as his best movie, and I disagree with him.
Yeah.
I like it.
I
love
liked it a lot. Yeah.
I love it, but my second favorite is Inglourious Bastards.
Oh,
I love
very
Inglourious
good. Yeah.
Bastards too.
So good.
I think what he does is build tension, and the movies where he builds tension, which I mean is all of them, but I think Inglourious Bastards builds tension, but it's also very funny, but it's very sad. Like it hits all the emotions so much, and then you have for Pulp Fiction, that was the first one I ever saw, and I had never seen anything like it because I was 12 or 13 when it came out, and I wasn't supposed to be watching it, and I watched it, and I loved it. I was like, this is cool. Like, it was a cool fucking movie.
Well, no one's seen anything like that before.
Yeah, and it was just so groundbreaking. The soundtrack was incredible. Like, I mean, the soundtrack's all kick-ass, but and Inglourious Bastards rules. Did you see that in theaters?
Mm-hmm.
I saw it in like a full theater on release night, and
I saw it in full theater on release
Dude,
night.
Oh
too.
it's-
yeah, that's awesome.
his movies in a full theater are so much fun to like. You just experience it with everybody else, and they're like his movies are so fucking funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's one of the best parts about him is, I mean, he was talking about that in the interview that I was watching was how Pulp Fiction. He's like, it's a comedy.
Mhm.
Like that's a comedy. It's like a gangster comedy, and that's what he wanted to do, and it's truly a hilarious movie
It is.
in so many different ways. So, but Jackie Brown, I think, doesn't get the credit it deserves.
No,
love that
I think
movie.
that's his most underrated one.
Yeah.
I have a little piece of film trivia for you
Okay.
that
Uma Thurman.
no, you're gonna say, oh, that's an impossible thing to guess.
Yeah.
But once I say it, you're gonna be like, holy butts,
Uh-huh.
Holy butts.
holy butts!
All
I
right.
can't believe that. One actor in the history of cinema has been nominated for an Academy Award for playing the same character.
Oh,
It's only happened one time.
and does it tie into a Quentin Tarantino film?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Say it. What did you
There's
say?
only been one
Mm-hmm.
instance of an actor being nominated for an Academy Award for playing the same character. So he played it once and then
Mhm.
played it again in a sequel.
Oh.
Was it
It's only happened once.
Christopher Reeves in Superman.
No.
No. What was the first movie? Like, when did it come out?
That's a hint I'll give you. It came out decades apart.
That's what I figured.
Mm-hmm.
Decades apart.
Decades apart. Ooh. Man, I cannot think of anything.
And I'm going to say it, and you're going to be like, holy shit.
That makes a lot of sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
What was the movie, the first one?
What was the name of the first movie?
Wait, was it
It's an iconic movie.
Godfather?
No.
That's what I was kind of thinking too.
Scarface, and then in Scarface 2.
No. Let me backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
One actor that played the same character decades apart.
Yeah.
Because it has happened before.
Right.
With Michael Corleone.
Okay.
And Al Pacino.
Yeah.
But I should have threw the
actor
caveat.
is
Yeah.
the same
Decades
in-
apart.
I was going to say
Yeah.
decades apart makes a big difference. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Godfather and Godfather 2, he was
Yeah, nominated for both those, yeah.
Okay, hit me with it.
Rocky.
That was going to be my next guess, but I don't
that's a
know
good
enough
one.
about the movies. I should
You
have
should've-
said
you
it. I
should've
should have said it.
Yeah, Sylvester Stallone was Rocky. The Twizzlers was the worst idea.
You don't like
don't
them?
eat one
No,
right
I love
now.
'em.
Yeah, don't eat them right now. So he was nominated for what? Rocky Balboa,
He was nominated for the first Rocky film.
and then
And
Creed.
Creed.
Ah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone didn't win either, though, right?
He was the odds-on favorite to win for Creed,
Yeah.
but it was like a huge upset. I don't
I don't
remember.
remember
who
who
won.
won. Yeah.
I think it was for that guy from that movie Bridge of Spies. I forget that guy's name though.
I don't even remember that movie. I don't think I saw it.
Mm.
All right. So I gave you guys some homework to come up with best group fight scenes, like one versus a lot. That's
The heroes outnumbered.
heroes outnumbered. It can be more than one hero, but it's just a hero fighting a ton of people. And my favorite one. We're gonna go over favorite, overrated, and then obscure one, which I feel like Tommy's are gonna hit all three.
Mine aren't gonna
Obscure,
like it.
yeah. So my first one is the Bride versus the Crazy 88 in Kill Bill. It is so much fun. It's so campy. It's so violent. It's just everything. It's they all have swords. It could have been over in a moment if there was one gun in the place, but that ruins the movie. There's no guns in Japan in this universe. It's only samurai swords, and she's got the best samurai sword, and she's kicking ass.
There were
and
guns in that universe.
there's guns in the universe, but not in
In Japan.
that Japan universe,
Yeah.
because that would have been not fun.
Right.
So I mean, just the way she's rolling around, Rambo's a good one. When,
Yeah.
So the way she's rolling around and cutting their limbs off, and just being snarky through it, and then you have the change from color film to black and white, and then when they get into the room where it's the blue backlit and they're all silhouettes, it's just so much fun, and it's so fucking long. It's one of the longest fight scenes that
It's so brutal.
it's so brutal.
There's so much. He had to go black and white for it, I guess, to prevent the NC-17 rating.
That's why I know that. Yeah, that makes
That's
sense,
wild.
because it's so much blood. Have you seen Kill Bill?
I was actually gonna say I haven't. Like, it's been on a list to watch,
Tommy.
and I literally almost was gonna watch it the other day.
Tommy has a hard time with movies. That's what
They're
she was saying.
both-
It's not that I have a hard time. It's like when I get there, I have a little bit of ADD, ADHD.
You got to understand.
But then also
Volume 1 and Volume 2 are the same movie.
Okay.
It's like one movie.
It's one long movie.
Okay.
Yeah,
But he
Yeah.
just released it in two separate parts
because you can't
Uh-huh.
release a 4-hour movie.
anymore.
And then I fall asleep really fucking easily. So when
Mm.
and it's not like out of boredom or anything like that, but
Right.
yeah.
But
it's
you
one,
like it.
it's
It's
on one of my
very
lists.
anime.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, I know. Everyone says I will like it, and I
Mhm.
just haven't gotten
I mean, it
gotten
is-
to it yet. but-
especially Volume 1 is very anime.
that's-
like it's
yeah.
I mean, there's even legit anime in it. Like there's
Mhm.
animated scenes,
Oh, okay.
not
cool.
cartoons.
Yeah, not cartoons.
Yeah. What's your number one, AJ?
The Home Invasion and John Wick.
That's a great one.
That's so fucking good.
Yeah.
It's so goddamn good. There was another one that I really
Like
wanted.
honorable mention.
Yeah. 300.
300's incredible.
That's
That's a
I
good
mean,
one.
the only reason why that's not my number one is because you know what's going to happen. Like, you know that, like with
Yeah.
John Wick,
Yeah.
They set it up like so perfectly because you have that Russian lullaby at the beginning about and that like monologue about Baba Yaga.
Yeah.
And then he just fucking murks motherfuckers, dude. He just destroys them.
It was cool because it's so gritty and it's so fast. And like
And you've never seen...
and it's shot and it's not using the techniques that a lot of guys have started using where like you can see what's happening, which I like. When they started using shaky cam in
like Dark Knight.
Yeah. It's like one of my main gripes with Christopher Nolan. It's like I want to see what's happening.
Right.
It's not a fun experience to be jerked all around when you're in the theater. Like I want to hear things and I want to see things, Chris. Why is that so hard for you? He does it in some movies. In Prestige, you can hear everything they're saying and you can see everything they're doing. But for some reason, when there's a fight scene, he's like, well, let's just wiggle things around.
I've never seen a guy like participate in a gunfight like that.
Yeah.
He's like using a gun like it's a sword.
It's a sword, like
it's
a knife,
gun
yeah.
fu.
Yeah. I mean,
Gun
that's
fu.
literally like what it was.
He's like using it like just close range, like that. I've never seen that. It was like so cool. And he's just he's coming out of the darkness.
Close-up headshots, like bam.
When Keanu Reeves, once the lullaby ends and Keanu Reeves like comes out, it's like it's fucking over.
Yeah.
It's over. Nobody has a chance.
I might rewatch that tonight. That's a really good one.
Mhm.
That's a really good one. All right, Tommy, what's your number one?
So I had a hard time with movies, but Jon Snow in Battle of the Bastards is like my
Okay.
all-time one verse.
Yeah, that's a
Way
great,
too many people.
that's a great fight scene, and Jon Snow, comes out like a total badass. Did you watch
Right.
that show?
I've not watched it.
No, it's like an insane like cinematics just scene.
Melee. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And it is. Boy, does it seem like he's gonna die the whole time.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it every moment of it seems like he's like crushed by dead bodies at one point, like and has to like crawl through them to get out.
Oh,
Like
wow.
there's
It's intense.
that one gives me anxiety just
I
thinking
know.
about it.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go back the other way. Tommy, what's your overrated?
Overrated, and I'm gonna get yelled at probably, and it's only because I haven't seen it. Like I didn't see it as a kid. I saw it as an adult. But The Matrix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which
I think it's overrated.
Reloaded?
Yes.
Yeah. That was gonna be mine.
Was it?
It was
Okay.
gonna be
All
mine,
right,
but
yeah.
I changed it on the
Yeah.
way.
which scene?
Isn't it like
On the train?
no?
The Matrix Reloaded. There's two
I don't think
main
it's.
one versus a bunch.
Yeah.
I'm calling one versus a ton.
It's not.
Is it the one where he's in the playground and he's fighting all the Agent Smiths, or is it where they're using all the weapons and they're flying around in the
weapons?
weapons one?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I like the weapons one a lot.
Yeah.
But I will say it is.
I'm just gonna say all of
Yeah.
The Matrix is overrated. It
Yeah.
just doesn't. If you didn't watch
No.
it when it came out, it doesn't.
I
no?
disagree.
You disagree? I just can't.
Well, not really. I think the sequels ruined the first one a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They make the first one worse, but the first Matrix is so fucking good.
I can appreciate it, but I just think it's a little overrated.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We'll agree to disagree.
Oh, I know. I know. I'm definitely in the
No, but that's what
wrong
we want here. We
with
want,
my vibes.
No,
but-
no, you wait until
See,
I
I
tell
would say-
my overrated one.
I
You guys are
I
thinking
thought
I'm
the
crazy.
Agent Smith one that's my overrated.
Mm.
Is the Agent Smith where he's fighting all the Agent Smiths, because as fun as it wanted to be, the CGI just doesn't look good, and it didn't look good the first time.
Yeah.
Like they went way too much CGI in that one, where it was just cartoonish, and the violence is cartoonish. It's not, and not in like the Tarantino. Like Tarantino went campy cartoonish, but it's like you feel it. In this one, it just literally is just pixels moving around the screen, and it did nothing. What's yours?
You guys are thinking I'm insane.
John Wick,
No.
the early same
Because my overrated one's iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's arguably one of the most famous moments of the entire saga. But I think Cap on the elevator.
Really?
Oh,
I think that's overrated.
You think it's overrated? That was kind of like in is that Civil War
No, that's
it's in,
Winter Soldier.
or Winter Soldier? That's what I meant. Yeah, yeah.
the-
That was
with the-
actually kind of on my list.
Yeah, with the caveat
Yeah.
that when it came out, I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Endgame ruined it by making when Cap got older and wiser and realized I don't have to fight them. All I have to do is say "Hail Hydra."
Yeah.
That
But
was
he
10
didn't
times
know it
more
was
bad.
Hydra. He didn't know it was Hydra at that point.
No,
He didn't know about a Hydra. This is Hydra. He didn't know that Hydra was back. He didn't find that out till later in that movie.
you're right. Still, that ruins that fight scene for me because I'm just like he does it 10 times more badass later. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna disagree with that because that fight
We'll
scene
disagree.
holds up, and I think it's great.
No,
I think
it's a good fight scene. It's choreographed well.
But I think I don't think Endgame takes anything away from it.
I think Endgame makes a lot of things better that came before it.
Mm-hmm.
I think Endgame made that fight scene worse.
I think it makes it. It's part of because he was that guy at that time who would punch his way out of situations.
Yeah.
Because he kind of liked doing that at that point.
Yeah, he liked it.
Yeah. So I think that's good because then it shows the growth.
No, I understand. I'm saying I think the way Cap handled it in Endgame was better than how he handled it in Winter Soldier. Regardless of
you're
if he
right.
knew or not.
You can be right, but it
Yeah.
still doesn't make that
I
fight
think
scene worse.
I think it makes the fight scene worse.
All right.
That's just how I feel.
That's a wild take.
That's what I said. I was
fight.
like, I said
You
I
are right.
prefaced
I
it.
know.
You're right.
I've
No, yeah. All right. Mine was Matrix, and then my obscure one. There's a Christian
Matrix
Bale
was
movie.
your overrated one too.
My Matrix. I was gonna go with the Matrix, the lobby scene, but I was like, I rewatched it. It's fucking great. I can't do anything with Matrix 1, but it was the Matrix 2, Agent Smith scene.
Yeah, you did
So
say
that
that. Sorry.
one, that's the one that
Yeah.
I think is overrated. But I could think of a bunch more. The one, what's the? Fuck, what was that movie? The Kingsman.
Yeah.
When the cell phones go off and they all start killing each other. That's a really fun one, but like watching it again, like you're like this, he's killing people that don't know how to fight. So it's not.
Yeah.
He's a trained guy. When I know that's kind of the thing, but it's a fun scene, but I don't hold it in high regard. But the one that I'm thinking of for like not well known is a movie called Equilibrium.
That's a pretty well known movie.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I think amongst
Yeah, I
our
think-
generation.
That's with Christian Bale, right?
Yeah.
And Tom Cruise.
No, Tom Cruise. Tay Diggs.
Oh yeah, I get those two mixed up. all
Sean
the time.
Bean.
Yeah.
Then there's one other guy. But it's basically not 1984. What's the one that it's
Brave New World.
Brave New World? It's a little bit Brave New World, a little bit Fahrenheit 451, that
Mm.
kind of thing. And a touch of 1984, but it's that fight scene where they find out he hasn't been taking his pills, and they go, "We hope you're under arrest, hopefully without incident." And then he goes, "No, not without incident." And then he just starts fucking all these people up, and he's doing gung fu
Yeah.
back then. That was like I mean, that's not the first one because gung fu I think goes back to Hong Kong movies, but
Mhm.
it's a really fun fight scene where he's just, campily beating the shit out of people and shooting them with guns, and it's then slices a face off later. That's fun, but I really like that one.
Oh yeah.
I just don't. Maybe people aren't aware of it. I just don't think people talk about it ever. And I actually thought
Equilibrium?
I think Christian Bale gave a really compelling performance in a movie that was kind of like cheesy otherwise.
Well, Christian Bale's just a master. He's
Right.
just great at everything.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was the movie he did. It was like that, and then he did The Machinist, and then he did Dark Knight. And I don't know, I just thought that movie.
Mhm.
It's definitely got some like Matrix-esque.
Batman Begins,
looks.
you mean?
Oh, Batman Begins, yeah.
Mhm.
All right, what's your lesser known?
not lesser known, but when you think of it, I don't really think you think of it as a fight scene, even though it totally is.
Mm-hmm.
The hero's outnumbered. The hero wins, and the hero uses his wits. Home Alone.
I think it's a kind of a fight scene. Yeah.
Yeah, these
That's
are
a great
totally
one. I
fight
love
scenes.
it. I love it.
They're totally fight scenes.
Yeah.
It's a little boy going outwitting and outsmarting
All right.
two grown-ass men.
Imagine if you are a grown-ass man getting fucking beat up by booby traps. How fucking mad you'd be.
There's a little
Like-
kid set up with his toys.
Right. And like, I know how mad I'd get when my kids would do stuff unintentionally that like I'd step on a toy or, slip on something because they didn't clean shit up. Now, if I kept falling for it again and again, I'm like, I wouldn't even be mad at the kid. I'd be like, what's wrong? I have to look inward. Like, what the fuck did I do? Why am I even trying
I'm
to?
getting
Yeah.
outclassed by a fucking 9-year-old.
Yeah. Oscar says, all I can imagine is Anakin versus the younglings. They cut that scene too early. Let's be honest.
They totally
Come
did.
on, give us some, just slicing them all up.
Also, and
That's a great one.
I
though.
had another one I was debating for it, but
Yeah,
I
throw it
just,
out there. We got,
he's not outnumbered, but he's definitely outmatched. Was just that scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark where the guy pops out and he's like swinging his sword around, and then Indy just pulls out his gun and shoots him.
but is he really outmatched if he's got the gun? He knows he's got the gun.
Yeah, but you forget that at the time.
yeah,
You forget that, and you're
that's
like,
just a
oh,
fun moment.
Yeah.
The more outmatched is when he's fighting the guy, bare knuckle brawling. By
Oh,
the
and he gets his
plane.
head
Yeah,
chopped
yeah.
off with the propeller. Yeah.
That one.
No.
That was, oof. All right, Tommy, what is your final?
My
Obscure.
obscure one
Yeah.
is Buddy the Elf and his brother in the snowball fight with all those kids.
That's a
Fucking
That's a
messing with them.
great pick.
That's a great one.
That's
I
the
love
best
it.
pick of the
it's
night.
so good. It's
Yeah.
so good.
I love that pick. That's so great.
Yay,
That's
I'm
such a good pick.
glad. I'm
Um,
glad.
That's a great pick.
That's a great
I
pick, and it's
couldn't
it's
give
a
a
great
shit.
scene too.
It is a great scene.
It's
yeah.
it's so much fun.
Kind of like yours. Like it's not like it was not
No,
known, but
you
you
guys
just don't
thought
really think
outside the
about
box,
it.
and I
Yeah.
really loved it.
Well, that's
I think
when
it's-
you say obscure.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, well, what's a fight scene?
Yeah.
Most people won't think of as a fight scene, and both of ours were Christmas
Right.
movies.
Mhm.
Damn, yeah, in the spirit.
Yeah,
this is
dude.
why you're not
Are you
leaving.
are you guys in the Christmas spirit yet? Because I'm like full blown like coming Christmas right now. Like I love Christmas.
Oh, Christmas is great.
And I'm like we got a tree up. I'm wrapping presents I bought myself because I just want to.
Nice.
I'm like, I haven't had a bunch of presents under the tree in so long.
Mhm.
Like it's been so long. I want
Treat
to open
yourself.
presents.
Yeah.
So I ordered a bunch of like shirts and stuff that I want, and I'm wrapped them up and put them under the tree. And then Danny, like I got her a bunch of stuff, and she's got me stuff, like just little things, but just to have some like an actual
Yeah.
fun Christmas morning
Yeah.
because it's been so long since I've done that. And then we're thinking of fun names to put on the label. So like it'll be to Bill, but it'll be from like.
See, I don't like to label anything.
Well, how do you
I don't
know?
like to put labels on
Yeah.
anything.
no
Yeah, it's
labels.
just that,
We're
yeah.
past that.
You're past
It's
that?
We're past that.
2022.
Well, I like getting a present from Detective Crashmore. From the I Think You Should Leave series. Little inside joke stuff from me and Danny. Yeah, do you got your tree yet? Do you do a tree?
No, we haven't done a tree in a while. We want to get like a tabletop one just because like the dogs are too
Yeah.
big and they get into shit. And we don't normally host holidays at our
Yeah.
house, so I do want to get a small one.
They
maybe a
have
black
small,
one
real
with
ones.
little bats are cute.
They have small, real ones at the Lucky's grocery store that's over by my condo,
Ooh,
and they're like real cute looking.
yeah.
And then, yeah, you could put those tabletop, and
Mm-hmm.
they're hopefully
Yeah.
the last.
But I've been
See-
shopping.
See,
and
you won't
stuff
eat an animal, but
slowly.
you cut down a tree for no reason. Tommy,
I like to hear it scream.
you fucking asshole. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I
It's
get
fine.
it. I don't
It's
get
fine.
it. No, I want a
Oh,
fake
but
one.
my plant butter is gonna be great.
I will shove my plant butter down your throat, and you will not be able to tell a difference.
I bet there
That
are
was
so
hot.
many listeners who would love to hear you talk to them that way. I guarantee
You're like,
it.
but not me.
I'm gonna get so many DMs like, "Oh, you lucky boy."
Yeah. Take that plant butter, baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I want to lick Tommy's plant butter. Do you know how many times I get shit in my DMs saying like, "You're so lucky you get to hang out with Tommy." I'm like, "You're a pervert.
Ugh.
Stop it."
They know they are though. They know
Yeah.
they are.
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
Just send them links
my
to
friends only-
OnlyFans.
Right,
Just be
yeah.
like, hey,
Yeah, for $10 a month,
You
you
can-
can see her jacket off.
Jack it off.
You can see her. You can see her dripping with plant butter.
I got a comment here from Oscar, and he said, this one doesn't feel like it fits, but also kind of fits. And he said, the end of Interstellar when he's trapped and is facing eternity. And that's kind of
That's a little too deep.
It's
for
a little
me.
deep, but
That's a little
I
too
get
deep.
where he's coming from.
It's.
I respect it.
I would say that it's too deep. Not deep enough to be declared a reach,
Yeah.
but pretty close. I'll take the other one. I'm just eating fucking Twizzlers all night.
Explain plant butter to Oscar as well, if you could.
It's literally just butter made of like olive oil usually.
It
So
sounds like
margarine.
margarine.
But
Mar-
margarine I think still has dairy in it.
Margarine sucks.
No, this is different.
It's fine.
Country Crock makes plant butter.
Okay.
That's a good ass brand.
I don't like country time. I like butter.
Country
what
Crock.
brand?
Country Time is for
Or
lemonade.
country. Did I say country?
No, you said you
Yeah.
said time. I said
Yeah,
you said
yeah.
Crock.
I'm sorry, I got the lemonade confused.
It's okay.
What did you say? What was it? Land O'Lakes. The sexy little.
They
native
also
lady.
have
She
vegan.
gone.
I know.
So
But that doesn't mean it's good. Doesn't mean it's good.
all
Doesn't
right.
mean it's as good as butter.
Right.
It is. That one is something I don't get that you won't give it a shot.
I'm not saying I won't give it a shot. I'm not saying it won't be good. I'm just saying it won't be as good. That's all I'm saying.
Someone bring real butter next week. I'll bring vegan and I'll get 2 spoonfuls and you're gonna have to tell me which one.
I'm gonna have to
you like
just.
better.
I'm not want to just eat butter.
I'll put it on bread. I've got bread.
There's
For
gonna be
you.
shitty vegan bread. All bread's vegan.
I mean, not
of it.
all, but
You're right.
they're just
All
gonna
right.
have some nice buttered pieces of bread next week.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm a slut for bread.
Same.
Bread is good. We made some steaks the other day, and one day I was like at the store, and I was like, Danny, is there anything that you want? And she said, like Italian bread, and then I somehow said like garlic Italian bread, and she's like, no, that's just Italian bread. I just want to make sandwiches. And then we were at the store getting like grocery shopping for our dinner the other night, and we were making a roast, and I was like, oh, we should get some bread and we can make some like Texas toast. And she's like, okay. And she walks over to the bakery section, and she's like, holy shit. I was like, what? And she's like, and she holds up this, and it's garlic Italian bread. And I was like, aha!
It's a thing.
It's a thing. Which she's like, I knew it was a thing, but it's just hilarious that it was there
Mhm.
when we were together and we had
Yeah.
that little moment.
Oh,
So it's
Oh,
that's
cute.
yeah, I'm
That's
pumped for
adorable.
Christmas. What's your favorite Christmas movie? Should we think more about that? Save that for next week.
Elf.
Elf?
No, it's Elf.
You love it, Elf?
Mm-hmm.
I think Elf's great. Yeah, I haven't watched Spirited yet. What if it?
Oh, and Polar Express.
fuck Polar Express.
Uh,
I love Elf, but I think there's something for nostalgia, and there's like Christmas Story. I think has got to be. my
I don't
tops.
like Christmas Story.
it's fine.
I'm not crazy about it.
I could do with or without.
You don't need to play it
It's
for
hard to
24
it's hard
hours.
to go for anything but Elf though. Elf's insanely good.
Yeah, it is
Mhm.
really good.
There hasn't been like a recent Elf.
Mm-mm.
Like Elf's
Well,
almost
instant
20 years
Over
old.
Christmas
10
now.
years. How
classic.
many?
It's almost 20 years old now. Came out in
Almost 20?
Mhm.
2003.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Elf is great. Die Hard.
I love the
Mhm.
Santa Claus.
The Santa Claus is cool.
I feel like the 90s and early 2000s really did some great.
I
Christmas
don't like
movies.
It's a Wonderful Life.
I don't either.
I like Holiday Inn, but
Scrooged?
they have Scrooge is the best. We just watched it last night.
Oh, yeah?
love that. Or
That's a great
not
movie.
last night, 2 nights ago. Yeah,
That's a great movie.
Scrooge is probably my favorite.
Scrooge. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I love the How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the live action one.
The
oh,
Jim
and the
Carrey one?
cartoon
And the cartoon, too.
though. Damn,
Yeah.
there's so many good Christmas movies actually.
Miracle on 34th Street.
Also great.
When it comes to that one, I like the remake that they did in the early 90s.
Yeah.
I never saw it.
That's like I don't think I ever watched the old one, but
What?
that one.
That one's good.
What's that dude's name that plays in the?
Attenborough.
That's who plays Santa.
Mhm.
Who plays the like love interest boyfriend to the mom, the lawyer?
I don't remember. Hold on. Let me see. Look it
'Cause
up. Oh, Love Actually. I like Love Actually.
I don't think I've ever actually.
I'm
watched
team
it.
Never
Love
saw that
Actually.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see here.
Hey, thank you, Lana, for watching my new special. Thank you. She said it's hilarious.
Yay.
I'm very proud of it. It's very good. I appreciate that. What is that? Dylan something I want to say. Gremlins is a Christmas movie, and it's a good Christmas movie.
Oh,
Home
Dylan
Alone's up there,
McDermott.
too.
Dylan McDermott.
Dylan McDermott.
Oh,
He's fucking sex on a stick in that movie.
Mhm.
really?
Like, I mean,
Okay.
that was like the first time I watched a movie, and I was like, I think this dude is the one I'm in love with. Like, he's so just charming and sweet in that movie, but still like handsomely like
Yeah,
masculine. He's
I felt the
great.
same way about Sir Richard Attenborough.
Yeah, well, he could get it.
He was a great Santa
He's a
Claus.
great Santa. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. How old were you when you stopped believing in Santa Claus?
about 8 years old, I think.
Mm.
I think it was around then.
I can't remember how old I was. Probably around the same age. My best friend's older brothers told me.
Mm.
I knew I was waiting, like, when we lived in Medina. We moved to Medina. I might have been 7. I think that was like the last year, I believe. So I guess I was 8 when I stopped believing. So like 2nd grade.
I
It was
was
such a bummer.
My mom
Ow.
was cool though about it because I was like, hey, you know, Kelly's brothers just told me Santa's not real. And she was just like, well, if you just keep believing, he'll keep bringing you presents. And I'm like, okay, I believe in Santa. So she just kept giving me presents. I'm like,
Well, it's not like
it was like an
there was never like a
unspoken
moment
thing,
where you're
right.
like, oh, Santa's not going to bring me presents. I'm like, oh, it's just my parents that are bringing me presents?
right. Yeah.
Well, then I'm going to go directly to the source and be like, here's what I fucking want.
Right.
I was pissed.
Yeah. How
I was
it?
so fucking mad.
Aw.
Yeah.
Oh, I lit my mom up.
Yeah.
Oh,
How old were you?
Ooh, I was probably 8,
Yeah.
maybe like 8. Ooh, I was fucking mad. Ooh, I went off.
That's hilarious.
I went ape shit, dude.
How'd you find out?
I actually wrote an essay about this for Rooster.
I love it.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite things to write. I wanted to know because I remember like kids at school telling me Santa's not real,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna ask my mom because my mom's never gonna lie to me.
Right.
Right.
She told me so. She's like, you know, you ask me anything, I'm never gonna lie to you. I'm like, okay, because I believed her until I found out she was a fucking liar. Fucking asshole. I found out, and this was in the summertime.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, it's too late for Christmas, but I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out. I found out via the tooth fairy. I still had a tooth, like, and I was just like, well, I'm gonna lose a tooth. I'm gonna lose it this year. I was just like, if the tooth fairy's not real, stands to reason. Probably the rest of them are
A
fucking
common
bullshit.
phrase 8-year-olds use.
Right, stands to reason. The rest of them are
Stands to
fucking
reason.
bullshit. So what I did was I lost a tooth, and then
I don't think I ever believed in the Easter Bunny. I don't think I ever
No.
like that.
right
one.
because that's too ridiculous.
Well, it just seems so stupid. Like it just because like you'd go to visit the Easter Bunny and I'm like, that's a costume. Like that wasn't
Yeah.
like you
An
could meet
obvious
Santa and it
rabbit.
like was a man. Like you
Right.
know it was different. And then they kept the tooth
But
fairy.
you never. Well, hold on. You never
anonymous.
asked why is Santa different every year. You never asked that question.
I'd never noted. Well,
Well, my parents always would say that it's the elves dressed up working
My
for Santa.
yeah, my parents
Yeah.
would always say, "Oh, that man's working for Santa."
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
so my
Right.
my
Because
uncle
they would
Santa's a
never
pimp,
lie to me.
Yeah.
My parents would never lie to me.
Yeah.
in the years that I believed in Santa, my uncle would dress up. So it was the same Santa every year.
Mm.
He got a little fatter every year, but it was the same Santa.
Never asked, "Hey, where's Uncle Dave?"
It was just one of those things because you're so fucking juiced up to see Santa. That
Are
you're
your
just
uncles and aunts super Mormon too?
not all of them,
Mm.
some of them, but yeah, he was. You're so juiced up. You're like, man, it was just like I just got to get to Santa and tell him what I want.
Right.
So that was a big thing.
Mm.
And also, like when you're a kid, I feel like you also are so ready just to believe it that it's like more like it's make believe and it's fun.
Yeah.
And even if it's not even make believe to you, it's just the magicalness of it is
Yeah.
what's important.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
and
That's why you fucking tell her into your
Ooh,
mom.
I fucking put her on blast, dude. It was like, okay, so what I did was my logic was, I'm going to lose my tooth,
Mm-hmm.
and and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw it away. Because I'm like, yeah, okay, I won't get the dollar
Mm-hmm.
if the tooth fairy isn't real, but if I do get the money,
Then you know.
then I know my mom just couldn't find it. She's going to feel bad.
Yeah.
Because I knew my mom.
Damn, you were smart.
I know, right?
Smart.
So I got
like your style.
jostled awake.
Are
by
you
a
the
desperate-
oldest?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, this is like
Like
when you have
And I'm not even the oldest
This
in
is
my
not
family. I'm
okay.
the oldest, like in all of my family. I'm like the firstborn.
Oh.
okay.
I'm the firstborn grandchild.
Did you ruin
So
it for
I was
everybody else?
like, there
No.
was so
Okay.
many kids above me that were like buying into it, like because I had older brothers, I had older cousins, and so they're playing into the fantasy too.
Mhm.
Even when they didn't believe anymore, they still kept it going.
Yeah.
So you trust them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you trust your parents, but like when other kids are gassing you up and telling you like, "Oh, Santa's coming tonight," you're like, "Let's do this!" I'm so pumped. And I remember the excitement of like going to bed, like not being able to sleep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that was the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got jostled awake.
Mm-hmm.
She couldn't find it. And then I like turn around. I'm like, oh, oh. And my mom's like, because it's like she knew.
Mhm.
It's like she knew what was about to happen.
Yeah.
She was just like, I am so sorry. I'm like, why would you do that? I asked you 7 times. Ever since I found out years ago, they told me and you let me go to school believing this bullshit and defending lies, your lies. And like, this is like kind of like what I'm saying to her.
Yeah.
I just like, you made this up. You told me you never lied to me. Then what'd you do? You
Aw.
fucking lied to me. You lied to me a million times. And this was the tooth fairy, remember? And then that's where I was like, I bet Santa's not real either, is he? And she was like, I'm like,
By the look on her face, you knew.
I was just like, oh, you old bitch. You let me go to school believing and defending this horse shit. You propagate. I was like, you killed magic today.
Did you actually say that?
Yeah, I totally said that. Absolutely, I said that. I was like, you killed magic, you old asshole.
Oh, all right. Well, that was fucking awesome. Thank you, everybody that checked out the live stream. If you aren't aware, we do the live stream every Tuesday starting at 7:45-ish. Sometimes we're a few moments late, but we're really digging it. We like the interaction in the chat, and just really appreciate the way the podcast has been growing. We're getting more and more listeners and more viewers, so it's been
Your mom's
very
getting
cool.
more and more viewers.
At least my mom's not a dirty liar like yours. She believes the lies she tells.
Yeah. So funny.
AJ, you got anything you want to plug? Blue, what?
The Daily Meal.
The Daily Meal.
I'll be writing for them soon. So
Daily
watch
Meal,
my
and then
thoughts about
also
food.
True Blue.
True Blue.
Check that out.
Subscribe.
$4.99 a month, and he'll have a show that he's working on there soon at Tommy LC
Everywhere.
everywhere.
OnlyFans.
Get your OnlyFans and Fansleys and all that stuff. And then if you haven't checked out my special yet, please check it out. It's on my YouTube channel, just youtube.com/Bill Squire. And make sure you like and comment and share it with friends. And my goal is to get 100,000 views on it in a year. That's what I would like to do. And we're 12% of the way.
Did you plug the podcast on the show, on your special?
No.
Genius.
Yeah.
You're genius.
Well, I mean, it's on the same channel.
I was gonna say, I bet they could
Yeah.
find it.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Brilliant.
we'll see you guys next
Brilliant.
week.